The listening post. You're where you are every day, but now it's different. You're finally alone. You're trusted to run the systems by yourself. There will be no micromanagement from an overbearing commander. You're free to feel the airwaves brushing against your eardrums. There's finally freedom in surveillance. You have the jittery hand of an overworked, underpaid, hyper-caffeinated hack. You're one of Brylcop's best brains. You have the jittery hand of a man who knows his duty. You have the tired eyes of a man whose duty is everything. You have the tired scowl of a resentful man. You have the jittery hand of an afraid man. She's got a lovely voice, hasn't she? You find it soothing, don't you? I'll bet you try to imagine her day-to-day life, don't you? You know your job, and you know the steady hand of duty on the tiller. You know what happens when that hand wobbles, when duty weakens and the possibilities run away with you, right? There you are, stumped. You don't know what to do about your fantasies. You don't know what to do about her. Maybe you wish she noticed you, but she doesn't even know you exist. How could she? How could she know? No matter. You don't want her to know. You're happy with your fantasy for now. You're happy to be her dutiful, if lustful, guardian angel. You're still shaking. It's time to get some rest. It's time to switch off the sounds of the world for a while. But even in your dreams, she can't escape you, and you can't escape her. She's more than a mere target for you. She's a symbol of hope in the chafing darkness of radio silence. You respect her, so naturally you want her. You worry about her, even when she confides in her friends that she feels watched. At least someone is listening to her. At least she isn't alone in the world. She'll never be as alone as you are. You've always been alone. It's what drew you to this job. To wind down, you reach for that illicit something. That tangy breath, tangy haze that ripples and wipes away any of the fears and responsibilities. You are subsumed into a distorted world of painful abandon that would have seemed verboten only 5 minutes before. But now as the ripples of time etch away at your memory and you see yourself drifting away on an undulating carpet of fear that becomes duller and more paranoid by the second, she finally lets go and breathes a sigh of relief as you and she are lost to each other briefly, like enemies at a barn dance. Only illicit pleasures can save you from depravity. Only that forbidden incense can cast the demons deeper into your psyche, where they lay buried and gnawing like flesh-eating worms, digging deeper into the fabric of your mind. But for now, they are forgotten as they scrabble away at your eternal essence. Enough. Enough already. You can't go on like this. You can't live in this fantasy world, escaping on a vapor wave. You have to meet her. You have to see her and maybe even touch her. It's no good just to listen. You can't keep up the pretense professional distance any longer. You have to reach beyond the veil of duty and snatch the soft, capricious rose of desire. How? Why? Why and how? What is this obsession? How is it poured forth from the ether that trembles noticeably around you? You mastered these waves. You have the power. Oh, the sweet power. That elixir of hedonistic hatred. Like the nuclear bully who can destroy 100,000 years of history and culture in a peak of petulance. No, you must reach beyond your comfort zone. Step into the physical world and find her. Tell her who you are. Tell her who she is and who she should be. But you know it never will be. You know it will never progress. You take one step forward and dribble the tale of centuries past. You run back to where you started. You run back to your duty. Soon you'll be reassigned and you'll forget this number. It's how it always is. It's how it always will be. A brief obsession cleansed by the renewal of power. And the appeal of everlasting knowledge. You can look down and know everything about everyone. Don't waste that on last week's target.